Hello Gemini, welcome to your collective reading. This is a general reading, so I'm not going to apply to every Gemini watching. So your sun, moon, rising, any and all placements. Feel free to book a personal reading by sending a message. I am the Q for Tarot on all socials. I'm available to read online and in person at Jahi Abuja. I'm going to be doing this reading in two parts. The first part is going to be messages about your relationships, and second part's about messages about your finances. So let's get into it. Just going to be quick, short, straight to the point. I'm trying to get through all the readings before Tuesday so that I could continue the recalibration series. The first card we did was the Tower. Feel free to check that out on my channel. This is the Tower. This is why it didn't work. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Let's get into messages for the collective regarding their relationships this week for Gemini. Hierophant in reverse, Emperor in reverse, Ace of Buttons upright. Okay, if you're single, it does look like you just want to party. You want to slang some. That's what it looks like, Gemini. You're not trying to get into any long-term relationship with anybody. You're not trying to go for counseling with nobody. You're not trying to get any structure or organization. You're not trying to defend nobody. All you want to do is to well, if you're in a relationship, okay, for singles, it looks like you are we really want to be single. But if you're in a relationship, it's saying you have given up on this. You might have tried counseling or some sort, but whoever you're dealing with, it's not who you want them to be or who you need them to be, or you are choosing not to show up how you are meant to show up if you are male or female, whatever gender you are. But somebody that's the person that you're supposed to rely on for structure and balance and protection is, yeah, they are backing out because they want to start something new. So it looks like new things. If this relationship ending for you, well, sorry about that, but the sooner the better. Because it does look like somebody that you've tried to sort this out. You might have, Hierophant has to do with even religious. You might have gone for counseling, either religious, spiritual, or secular. Sorry about that, but yeah, either somebody refused to go or somebody went and messages did not enter. Whoever is, what's the opposite of corporate? Someone is not cooperating because the person actually has the fire and the drive to move forward. Somebody is in a very transient sexual energy where they are not planning on laying any roots down or no longer laying any roots down. Okay, let's see. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? Why are you choosing, or why have long-term efforts to reconcile and recalibrate the situation not worked? The Devil upright, Magician upright, the Bearer of Coins upright. Okay, now there's two, if you're in a relationship, there's two people here that are actually very powerful, but they are like both sides of the coin. You've got the Devil and you've got the Magician. Now both of them have to do with control, but one has to do more with personal control, which is the Magician, which is realizing you have all the tools you need around you. All you need to do is to stand confidently and access and reach everything that you need. And on the other hand, we've got somebody that's the Devil, someone that is just in charge, that is just interested in control and manipulation. So, and then you got the Bearer of Coins. It's not a good opportunity. It's not giving. It's not. This person, the Bearer of Coins, that actually comes like carrying a golden opportunity, really, because that's the golden opportunities in reverse. This person is not carrying anything. This person is not giving the opportunity to you in any way. If you are single, you probably are not, you are enjoying being single right now because your past relationship might have involved somebody being overly possessive, somebody wanting to manipulate and control, somebody using everything that they have, somebody always having to bend backwards and try to make things work, somebody always compromising, but then just realizing that the person truly wasn't giving anything valuable. So you're like yeah. If you're single, you're probably in a very selfish state of mind where you are actually testing your limits to find out what you can get away with while still being in control, but you really have nothing to give at this point in time because you really are not trying to lay down any long-term foundations. So let's see, why is the Emperor in reverse? Why does the situation lack structure, control, order, respect, precedence? Why is the Emperor in reverse for Gemini? Six of Coins upright, Hermit upright, Moon in reverse. There's no structure in the situation because somebody came to the realization that somebody's attentions were divided and somebody was forced to fill in the gap by spending time by themselves, and they came to realization that whoever they're involved with was just interested or invested only on a phallic level. Singles are not having anything solid because they have a couple of interests that they actually want to explore, and they're actually enjoying the time by themselves. And when they decide to come out of the hermit energy, they actually realize that they actually do. And when they decide to come out of this hermit energy, being by themselves and introspecting, they actually realize, with the moon, talks about things being hidden, being in reverse, they're actually realizing that there's actually more than one person that they want to give to right now, so they do not want to be committed right now. Those in relationships are realizing that whoever they're involved with has divided attention and is splitting their resources. Resources can be anything. It can be your affections, it can be your attention, it can be whatever love language it is that you actually did feel this person was supposed to protect and defend with the Emperor in reverse. Whatever your love language is, this person was splitting it over multiple people and you were left to spend time by yourself, and cycles, moons have passed, and you're realizing, the only thing that keeps on burning, the only thing that person has that is so hot for me is. Okay, let's see, Gemini. Ace of Buttons. What are you interested in when it comes to your relationships? What is this new thing that you are ready to grab? Those silly cakes that they make. I find those cakes so absolutely silly. Now, would I want them to be anatomically correct? I don't think so. Still, but all those silly to have and to hold. That's what it's about to hold. Oh my goodness. Okay. What are you interested in having and holding, Gemini, when it comes to your relationships? A lot of major arcanas, man. This was a life-changing relationship situation you're in right now. Let me see. 5 of Buttons upright. Okay. First of Vessels in reverse. 10 of... What you are interested in is something you're going to have to fight for. But the thing is that if you don't see, no matter how casual you want to take this thing, if you don't rely on your intuition and what you trust and what you believe in, if you keep your connection to divine, if you keep your inner voice quiet, you fight for nothing. Because this new thing that you're interested in grabbing is going to require you fighting for it. So now you might have to fight somebody, or you might have to fight yourself. You might have to fight someone else, or you might have to fight your intuition. But the thing is that if you ignore your intuition, however it is, if you ignore your intuition, you're gonna have to give up. Those singles, you're enjoying being single because you want to start something new. When you're going to start something new, I will tell you to be careful that there's not a lot of conflict between your desire, your passion, your drive, and your intuition, because you're going to be it's not going to end well. Those in relationships, you might be realizing that one partner is more proactive while the other one is just interested in being a victim and being manipulative. But you're realizing that what you seek or desire for your partner is not forthcoming because this person is holding back. This person is holding back because they are distracted. They are splitting their resources between you and at least one other person. And the more time you've had to spend by yourself, the more time you've had to miss this person and spend by yourself, you're actually realizing that what is holding this whole thing together is just vibes, sexual vibes. And you staying to fight for this is going to mean you deny your intuition, and you're going to have to give up. Yeah. Singles are just releasing themselves from a toxic relationship, realizing who they are, but they have all the tools around them. They're not giving to who is not going to give them any structure, because they're realizing they're not going to give to who is not giving them any structure. They're going to split their resources and take their time to really find out if whatever they are thinking of starting anew is worth fighting for. Because if they realize it's going to make them deny who they truly are and what gives them peace, they are going to walk away. Okay, Gemini, let's get into messages regarding your finances. Messages regarding your finances for Gemini. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to a friend. Book a personal reading. Messages regarding your finances for Gemini. Messages regarding your finances for the Geminis. Messages regarding your finances for Gemini. We've got the 6 of Blades in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and the 2 of Blades in reverse. Okay, you might realize that whoever you thought of partnering with can no longer hide the fact that they are not receptive to your ideas, because they are avoiding looking at things for what they are. Or you might be realizing that who you partnered with, or you might be the one in the situation where you're realizing that you might have partnered with somebody that you actually regret, because time has shown you that this person that you are not willing to conform or consider. You're avoiding difficult decisions because, yeah, this partnership is beginning to look like a solo ship. So let's see, why is the 6 of Blades in reverse? Why did this feel, or why is this a bad idea? Why is the 6 of Blades in reverse? Why were you thinking that you're this partnership of an injection or this injection of a different alternative perspective? Because blades has to do with like your intellect, your communication, your thinking skills. So six of blades normally talks about you adopting or employing somebody of a different ranking in some way. It might be ranking according to age or experience, but you might have felt this person being, or you might be the younger one. You might have felt this involvement was going to be like expanding your, I don't know, target demographic or being able to tap into a new niche. But that's come up in reverse. So let's find out why that failed or why that's a bad idea. Why is the six of blades in reverse for Gemini? Judgment in reverse, because deep down inside it's not a noble. So it was supposed to. So this was not a noble partnership. Judgment talks about being right in the sight of God and man, kind of like rapture, where everybody will be called to answer for their own activities or their own things. But then, whoever you partnered with was not somebody that was actually ethical deep down inside. Let's see. Ten of blades. Okay, so somebody that was very stubborn and adamant about their way of thinking, even when presented with new information. When it's time to give up, person's like, nope, I'm not giving up. And this person lacks the drive. You got a stubborn person you try to partner with. Two-faced. I'm getting two-faced. Two-faced person. Two-faced, stubborn, motivated person. And it took me a while to realize that, because this person two-faced. 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 It took me a while to realize that this realization might be that you are standing up for yourself and refusing to fall for their whims, or realizing that this person is too stubborn to cooperate and consider your point of view. There's kind of disagreement. Somebody is adamant that they are not going to move forward because there is their way or the highway. And he's actually saying, well, this looks like the highway, really. Because the six of blades talks about like peaceful transition, but you're really left there on the highway. Why is the moon in reverse? Why is the moon in reverse for Gemini's finances? Six of coins upright. Hermit upright. Similar cards. Majesty of blades upright. Okay. Because somebody appears to do something one way, but when they're by themselves, they have a completely different way of thinking. This person comes up as being charitable and wanting and willing to give equally. But then when this person is by themselves, it's like serious eye service. When this person is by themselves, they're like, you know what, I am going to shit up mentally, intellectually, mind-bending. There's this song which is sing when I was growing up. Something about, I taught you how to sing, now you sing more than I do. That's the kind of thing. Because you actually felt that you could be in a situation where you'll be in power and you'll be able to like allot resources of your time, your finances, whatever your resources are. But then in times where this person has been left to act independent, this person has taken a whole mind of their own, and they are very convincing about it. Let's see what this stubbornness is about with the two of blades in reverse. Gemini, your finances. You try to partner with somebody that is trying to run you streets. Just 1, 4. Sorry, 3. Why is it two of blades? Why is it two of blades in reverse for Gemini's finances? First of blades in reverse. 5 of buttons in reverse. This person is not. You got involved with a trickster Gemini, or you are involved with a trickster Gemini. Because this person has a lot of opinions that they don't speak about. They appear passive, but they're not in this for the long term. Be careful who you're partnering with Gemini, because it's saying it's not going to move far, it's not going to move forward, because you're going to realize that this person is actually very opinionated, and they're opinionated but they don't speak. They come off as being very ethical and direct, but deep down inside, we don't have to look too far. Between God and man, you don't have to look too far to realize that this person is not pure, and this person is stubborn. Why did you get involved with this person? As in, why? There's just a lot of Gemini. There's a lot of Wheel of Fortune, because you're meant to learn a lesson. This was a lesson. Wheel of Fortune. This was a lesson you're meant to learn. Just learn the lesson. Take your L, Gemini, and call this off. Alright, Gemini, all the best with that. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. I hope to see you on Tuesday. All the best, Gemini. Take care now. Bye.